Imagine waiting in line outside of a store in a long line waiting to purchase a newly released product. It reminds you of an Apple store, doesn't it? Well, that could potentially happen with Google products in the very near future. Hey everyone, Tim here from CubeKing77.com, here doing a video encompassing the latest and most popular news throughout the technology world. I do normally do these videos on Saturday or Sunday over the weekend, but unfortunately some things came up, so I had to postpone it to Monday, so sorry for the delay. Anyways, according to 9to5 Google, Google actually potentially plans to roll out their own stores by the end of the year. Like competitors Apple and Microsoft, they could potentially have their own stores. I don't know if you've ever been to an Apple store or a Microsoft store where they show off their products and have experienced salespeople talking about products, informing the customers. Google is definitely considering having their own stores where you can go in, check out maybe Nexus devices, tablets, Chromebooks as well, just other various Google products. Google feels like the potential customers need a hands-on experience with their devices before they are going to make a decision to buy one of their products. Right now, as you know, all of their products are sold through the Google Play Store pretty much, and people aren't really able to go try out a Nexus 4 or a Nexus 10 tablet in the store. Granted, there are some stores that do sell them, but they don't have their own dedicated stores. However, Google does have Chrome stores in, I believe, various Best Buys throughout the US, so you can check out a Chromebook where they have people that can inform you and kind of educate you about the product itself. But other than that, they don't have anything dedicated to tablets or phones. It's speculated that the reason for these upcoming stores is due to the upcoming launch of Google Glass, the glasses you put on that Google is creating that a lot of people do know about. I actually touched on it a little bit in my first tech news video. One of my tech news videos, you can check them out. I'll probably link to other ones in the description of the video. But anyways, they are actually planning to retail at about $500 to $1,000. So they're going to be very expensive, so people aren't going to say, oh, I'm going to check out this website and see this product. They need to actually go in and try it out before they can make an informed decision on such a big investment. Now granted, they may not stand outside the Google store. Who knows? Maybe they will. I know if they come out with something cool that I want to buy, I'll wait outside the store for it. Who knows? I don't know. In other news, China has now passed the United States as the world's top smart device market. Which is kind of expected. I did kind of expect this just due to the amount of people that live in China as opposed to the United States. Just the population difference alone, it is kind of expected. But what does this actually mean? Potentially my thoughts on this is companies may look into focusing more on maybe unlocked phones and such, since China is going to, as you can see, is going to be a larger market to sell to. They might say, oh, we need to focus on these unlocked phones because that is what the Chinese are buying. But we'll see. I don't know if it's going to kind of shift companies' thoughts on how they're going to market their devices or manufacture their devices. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Alright, as you can see, I did just take a picture of myself. The reason being, I just was kind of being weird. But according to Google's Senior VP of Engineering, his name is Vic Gundotra. I hope I pronounced that correctly. If not, I do apologize. He actually posted on Google+. He said that we are committed to making Nexus phones insanely great cameras. Just you wait and see. So just a little bit of interesting news that Google might focus on improving their cameras. He did specifically say Nexus phones, not tablets, as being a Nexus 10, so I should have done it with a Nexus 4, but whatever. You guys get what I was doing. But anyways, so it'll be very interesting to see if Google decides to put an awesome camera in their next Nexus device, which I will definitely look forward to. I knew the Galaxy Nexus's camera was really lacking. The Nexus 4's is okay. It's pretty standard, middle of the road, but it hasn't been anything that's been exceptionally great to set the phone aside from other phones in the market. Setting aside phones and tablets and all that stuff, I did want to talk a little bit about Sony and Microsoft in relations to the next generation gaming console, playing video games and whatnot. With the PS4 Xbox 720, actually Sony is having a PlayStation event on February 20th, and everyone thinks they're going to announce the release date of the PS4, maybe give some details and specifics about it as well. I'm very excited for it myself. You're definitely going to have to check out that event. Hopefully I'll just write up a quick article recapping, or maybe even do a video recapping it, so stay tuned for that from me. Also, Xbox 720, I'm not sure if that's going to be the exact name of it. Release date wise, my guess is both the PS4 and Xbox are going to be released sometime around October. Just an educated guess of mine, complete rumor. Don't take any of that to heart. Anyways, some substantial evidence in relation to the naming of PS4 and 720. There has been a legal document released from Bungie. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they are pretty much the creators of the Halo series. They're coming out with a new game called Destiny in the future, and some legal documents had to be outed, and inside those legal documents it referenced that game coming to the PS4 and Xbox 720, so that is what they were called. It also said that the game would come to the Xbox 720 first, so I don't know if it's the Xbox 720 is going to come out before the PS4. I don't know what that means. Just kind of a quick look at that. So there's some interesting news in the video gaming world. I know I play video games myself. I actually have a PS3 and an Xbox. I've been playing Xbox a lot more just due to the fact that that is what my friends have. It's kind of unfortunate. I like gaming on both of them, so I don't necessarily have a preference. I don't know if... I know that you guys, some of you are like, oh, I definitely prefer PS3, I like Xbox. I definitely like both of them, so they have pros and cons to each of them. And now I'm actually going to do a new section of this tech news, and it's kind of a Q&A section for you guys to ask me questions, and I'll pick and choose some and respond to them. I'll pick some from social media, YouTube comments, so you can get your questions in wherever, and you might get one picked and shown on the show. So the first question comes from Facebook. Jason Ephraim wants to know, how much of a gamer am I? I'm assuming he's referring to video games, which kind of segues nicely from my last section. As I said, I own a Xbox and a PlayStation. I am a decently big gamer when I have time to. Generally, I really don't have time to spend a bunch of time playing video games, but currently on my Xbox, I actually just recently got an Xbox. I had a PS3 for a while and just recently got an Xbox. I play Halo 4 and Call of Duty Black Ops 2. That's the only two games right now I have for the Xbox. As I said, I just got it. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a gamer, I guess you could say. I enjoy playing video games with friends, hanging out, talking to people on live and such. And the next question comes from Facebook as well. Michael Ferrone wants to know what my favorite tablet is. Right now, holding it, Nexus 10 from Google. Just my favorite one right now. Also, if one wanted to become a developer, what's the name of classes or major to choose in school? I myself am not a developer. I'm assuming you mean for Android. At the moment, there's really not any Android development classes that I know of at schools. Maybe there is at certain ones I don't know of. But you really just kind of want to focus on programming, that kind of stuff, maybe MIS. Otherwise, though, next question from Christian J on Google+. He wants to know what smartphone do you think is going to be the phone to get this year, the S4, Galaxy S4, or the Motorola X. The Motorola X isn't necessarily a known phone coming out. It's kind of all been speculated, but I definitely agree with you. I think this Motorola Phone X is going to come out eventually. However, you don't know any release date about it. With the S4, you do know that it is planning on coming out sometime soon. We might have to wait till the end of the year to see this Moto X phone. We don't know. So, at the current time, I'd say the S4 is the phone to get, just because there's no set details as in regards to the Moto Phone X, as opposed to the S4. You got speculation of it coming out in, I believe, around April, late April, early May maybe. So I would go with the S4 for now, unless you hear something in the near future substantial about the Motorola Phone X. Otherwise, one last question for the day from Facebook. Drew Mong wants to know, have you hooked up with any new lady friends since the new haircut? Interesting question, Drew. And no, I have not done that. Alright, and finally, what I'm going to do is I always post a weekly poll on my website. What I'm going to do is talk about that poll each week, the results, maybe give you guys some thoughts on it. But last week's poll question on my website was, what is your favorite smartphone manufacturer? And it was an overwhelmingly lopsided victory by Samsung. 80% of you guys have chosen Samsung as your favorite smartphone manufacturer, with 10% of the vote. HTC comes in second place, and Motorola and Apple both got about 2.5%. And then everyone else fell in line after that. Very interesting, but I do agree with it. Samsung's definitely leading the smartphone market, as most of you guys do know. Samsung is probably my favorite smartphone manufacturer as well, so I agree with you guys on that one. But this week's poll is going to be, if Android was not an option, which mobile operating system would you choose? I'm only going to give you guys a few options: iOS, Windows Phone, BlackBerry, or none of the above. So you go ahead and pick if you cannot have an Android device, and if you do say none of the above, it might be you just opting into a flip phone, anything like that. So it's really up to you. Definitely go check out my poll. I'll link to it in the description of the video, so click on it, go vote. I'll talk about that poll, the results of it, next week in my tech news video. You can also get some questions in, as I said, to get shown on that next video. Feel free to ask them here. Facebook, Twitter, Google+. You can follow me there as well. I'll link to where you can in the description. A lot of good stuff in the description of the video. Right below that like button, so on your way down there you can go ahead and press that as well if you want to. But that's about it. That's it for today, all the exciting tech news. Hopefully you guys liked the video. Other than that, you can subscribe to me for future videos. Press that subscribe button, and that's about it. So I appreciate the support, and thanks for watching.